Hello Aries, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan, illustrated by Mark Evans. Here at the bottom you can see the spellings maybe a little bit better. And along with llewellyn.com if you want to check that out, of course. Feel free. Support of Oracle cards. Spellcasting Oracle cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lisbeth. They're their full names if you want to check those out. On the back, there's a couple websites. She Who Is Art sticks out to me. But there's a couple others. Feel free to check out whatever you want, of course. If you want. If you want. Alright, that's a fun energy. We're going to have double cards, which is fine. It's fine. Staying silent? Staying silent. Okay. This card is really strong for you. Which, this is a card of introspection. Not to tell you something you already know, but you can be very strategic when you want to. I don't feel strategy with this, though. I feel more, I just don't want to say anything, so I'm not. And that's it. There's a lot coming through this. Something has been stuck for the longest time. There have been errors. People have made some mistakes. Whatever has happened here, people have done some things, they've said some things they shouldn't have said. Can we get more about what they shouldn't have said? Because I feel like you have some compassion for this that I feel like people don't understand that Aries can definitely be compassionate when warranted. The Tower has been waiting. It's kind of coming in a little funny. And the Two of Cups is not really... Something isn't right here. The Two of Cups is not doing well either. It's showing up, but it's like kind of upside down, kind of like a little bit screwy. The Tower has been pending. Something has been... I feel like you've known, like something... People have made mistakes. People have done things they shouldn't have. Maybe people have said false truths. Which is interesting because that's usually a trigger for Aries. Aries doesn't have tolerance for that. For some reason, though, I feel like your perspective is kind of like, it worked out the way it worked out. I don't condone, I feel like you don't condone the lies. But it's kind of like the fallout for this is kind of like, well, they're learning the lesson. And I also feel like I'm looking at them, whether they told the truth or not, they still are getting the same outcome. I feel like I wouldn't say it was a good idea to not tell the truth, but I feel like they're ending up where they're ending up, and I can almost understand like the desperation behind what they did. Not saying I agree with it, but I kind of get it. Your heart really goes out to whoever this is, because I think you're also looking at this like they're learning their lesson. Like it would have been easier on them if they were just honest to begin with. But it doesn't, it's kind of moot at this point. Because I feel like even they know, if they had just been more forthcoming, it would have been easier on them. Still the same outcome, but it might have been a lot easier if they were just more honest going through the situation. I feel like that's kind of like, I'm not going to kick somebody when they're down like this. Because I feel like you're looking at this like, no, this is pretty harsh. This is pretty bad. New things are coming in. New things are coming in. You feel bad for somebody. Maybe this is somebody you wouldn't normally feel bad for, but you're like, no, that's pretty rough. That's pretty bad. Your heart goes out to them. That's pretty. I keep getting like the same analogy. Like I feel for them. Like really, I feel like to the point where if you can help them, you're helping them. This is a lot. Because, like, even though this person has made some screwy mistakes, whatever is happening to them, you're like, no, no, because if I was in this situation, I feel like I'm going there in the sense of, like, I would never want to be in this situation. And I don't feel like you can protect yourself enough to never be in a certain situation. It's like when somebody passes away unexpectedly, or, like, you know, somebody, like, something else. I don't know. Something isn't going right here. I don't know if it's the pass away thing, but I'm getting closure cards. I'm getting the death card. It doesn't have to be like they lost something, but it feels like it's unfair the way it happened. I feel like you're even looking at this like there's only so much you can do in life to protect yourself. If you trust somebody and believe you can trust somebody and then they screw you over, you know, you can try to protect yourself, but there are some pretty talented people out there who can lie pretty well. You know. There's stress going on here. I feel like I don't feel like I'm in the thick of it. But as the things fall apart for this person, I do feel you're trying to look out for them. You're trying to put things in front of them so they have an easier time for it. I don't feel like I'm in the thick of it. I don't feel like that's my place to do that. I don't feel like it's my place to. I feel like that's why you're not in the thick of it. Kind of like it's better if I stay out of it. I'll help where I can. I'll support where I can, but I need to stay out of this. This is a very rough situation. You're very, very supportive when you want to be. I mean, what's the point? Why are we going here with this? Because I feel like you're going to do this, but it's almost like why are we doing this reading? Because I see where you're going. I'm not surprised you're going there, but is it more like you extremely compassionate when you want to be? I don't doubt that though. Do you doubt that? Because I see you bringing forth healing, and I feel like Aries not going to blow smoke. You're just not going to do it. But when somebody is down and they need to get up, and you do care, and you do very much care about this one, I feel like you're trying to amp somebody up, and you're showing them the truth about what they did do well. And you're trying to help them stand up with the truth. You're not going to give them a line of crap. You're just not going to do it. I'm not going to, you're going to tell somebody, hey, you can fly. You're a master gymnastics person. You can do that. If they can't, like if they can barely, stand up, you're not going to tell them they can do somersaults and cartwheels and stuff like that. You're not going to give them that type of BS. No. In fact, you're not going to give them any BS at all. But what you will say is like, when this happened, you were on your game. You did do well, and you are a strong person when you need to be. Right now you're down, but you will get back up again, and this is how I know because I've seen you do this, and you've survived worse. You can do this. You're building somebody up with the truth. You're understanding that they're struggling. You'll allow certain things based on a situation. Aries is not afraid to get yelled at. I mean, I know, but you usually don't take it sitting down either. So where are we going with this? If this person needs to have a freak out and just start screaming, I have a feeling they're not screaming at you. But if somebody's just like, they're ranting and they're raving about something, I don't feel like they're attacking you, because that's a whole different story. I don't think you would allow that. But like if they're freaking out and screaming and having a fit, I don't see you being bothered by it. Kind of like, yeah, I have those moments too. I mean, you just got to do it. I don't know. I see like somebody freaking out, and you're kind of like, yeah, you got to vent out the energy. I see other people around you going, oh my goodness, what is happening? And I feel like your energy is like, it's fine. They're fine. Just walk away. I'll make sure they're okay. You just go. I'll stay here and I'll help them work through it. I don't know if that sounds right or wrong, but you let me know in the comments, because it's like I don't feel like Aries really, like, you don't freak out with it. Depends how that energy is being vented out. Like if they're just kind of like freaking out and screaming just because they're venting it off, that's one thing. Like I don't see them directing it at you. I don't see you feeling like you're in some type of danger. Just kind of like, oh, they just need to scream. Sometimes you just need to scream. That's just how it is. If I'm wrong, let me know if I'm wrong. But because I feel like Aries is like, no, I do that once in a while. So you need to do it once in a while. They're getting closure. Whoever this person is, I think they're going to be shocked by your behavior. This is an interesting one. You're helping them get closure. How is your connection with this person after they get closure? How is Aries' connection with this person after they get closure? 5 of Wands and the Death card. You're helping them in this moment. We are not best buddies after this, whatever that means. Not in a bad way, but kind of like, I think you're going to go your separate ways. You're going to help this person stand up and do what they need to do, but I feel like that means a lot to you. And then, all right, they're going to go their way and I'm going to go my way. I don't know why. It almost feels like a karmic debt. Doesn't mean that it is, doesn't have to mean that, but it seems like, or like this person's maybe a part of your soul family. Sometimes people in our soul family come in as antagonists, so maybe it's that type of thing, but then it's gone so far that at this point you're like, no, I have compassion, even though maybe most of the time they drive you nuts. In the way this is working out, you're there for them. After this is done, after this person gets closure, though, I feel like your connection with this person in this life is done. That's it. I don't know if this is a vote of confidence or they're just highlighting what you're capable of if you want to be. Are you doubting your level of compassion? Because you have it. You definitely have it. I feel like some of you realize you do, and others maybe are questioning it. Maybe this is what this reading is for. Because there's a lot of healing that comes about for this person. Especially when Aries is the one that's helping them stand up. I feel like they didn't see you in that light. They're not only learning a lot about you, but they're learning a lot about life. Like, be careful how you judge people. Aries is very hard on the outside usually. Not always. You can be a lot of fun, but like I feel like Aries is known for their strength. I just think that, maybe. And people know that like if there's a fight, Aries is not afraid to fight. What they don't know is Aries is also capable of great compassion if they need to be. And I feel like they're just learning to not judge people like maybe they have judged you in the past because you have shocked them. You have shocked them and you've helped them and they've grown because of it. So, that's what's coming through. It doesn't seem like this is the average Aries reading that I normally do, but this is how it's coming through, so I'm just rolling with it. So, I guess we'll find out in the comments if I'm right or if I'm not. So there you go. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.